Dark Souls. The walkthrough still sort of. This first video right here is kind of like an early game items thing. There's a couple early items that you can pick up before you start to really venture outside of the Firelink. What the hell is it called? The Firelink home base, basically, is what it's called. Now, this first thing that I'm going to right now, you can only get to if you have the master key or the skeleton key, whatever it's called.
The gift you chose.
The gift you choose at the very beginning of the game, or if you start off as the thief class, you can get that as well without using your gift.
Okay.
And before you do this, spend all the souls that you can, because you're stealing a couple items from a sleeping dragon, and you will not live through this. Guaranteed. There's absolutely no chance in hell you're going to live. There's a good sword that I actually don't use because it has a higher, I think, attunement requirement than I actually have or want to spend points on. But if you're doing like a magician class or something like that, or some sort of caster class where you're going to have points in that, it's a really good starting sword. There's also a pretty good shield and a one of those soul crystals that you can consume to get a little soul bonus. So I don't know how close you have to be for him to wake up. Just walk. I mean, it's hard to even tell that there's a dragon there, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
It's very camouflaged.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just walk. If you just there's like two speeds for walking. There's like full out, which is just the stick all the way up, and then there's kind of mid. There's not like 10 different paces you can go through. Obviously, holding the B button to sprint is not what I'm talking about. But anyway, so just walk up to him. There's two things kind of like in his claw right there. Get those last. There's a shield kind of beyond him.
Let sleeping dogs lie.
Yeah, seriously. Like, doesn't that just look... It looks like it's dead almost, like it's not even alive. But this first thing that you grab shouldn't wake him up. After you grab these next two things, he will wake up and he will kill you almost instantly. And he's awake now, so
You gotta be quick.
you can't go back and get your soul or the one humanity that I lost. There's an item of humanity like sitting right on that well early game that I used, and I shouldn't have wasted it because I just basically committed suicide. So the next little group of items is up here. The first thing you want to do is just keep talking to this dude and just keep bothering him until I cut it out, all the discussion. But if you talk to him, I think 3 times, on the third time he asks you if you want to join his covenant, and that's actually an achievement. There's a whole bunch of different covenants you can join. I still don't know what the benefits of any of them are. It seems like it has something to do with online play, and you might be able to get some better items by being respected in the covenant or completing quests. There's so much of this game that's still not figured out yet at this point that anyway, so just keep talking to him. He can sell you like healing spells and stuff like that. So if you're a caster, it's worth joining that early on. And it's almost like the guilds in Oblivion, except you only do one at a time. But you can leave them and rejoin them at any time. But like as I was saying, there's a lot that's still not known, but like this one is the good covenant, right? And apparently you can do things to piss off your covenant and get kicked out. Like invading other people's worlds and killing other people would get you kicked out of the good one, is what I've come to understand. So don't do that. So anyway, a couple more items underneath the elevator over there. Those elevators will open up eventually to be a shortcut to another section of the world. And right now, even though this is kind of in the direction of the first place you're supposed to be going, I'm going to pick up that ring. Well, there you can kind of see on the bridge off in the distance that there's something glowing. And that is a special ring that you can use for later on, or if like anytime you want in the game. And what it does is, if you die while you're wearing it, you lose nothing, but you can only use it once. And by use it, I mean you can only die with it on once. As soon as it's been used, it breaks and it's gone. I just wanted to kind of this is something that happened a lot in Demon Souls. Like there would be something that you had to kind of drop down to, because you could, like, if you were looking for it, you could kind of see it, but it's not easy to get to sometimes, and there's a very high risk of falling off
The ring you're talking
map.
about?
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure you can roll to it down below, but I'm actually going to drop to it from above. I managed to roll out of here, out of that bridge, kind of like over that gap that's right in front of me, safely. But I dropped to it from above.
Looks a little sketchy.
It is a little sketchy. But if you want, in those treasure chests that I went to earlier, there was an item called the Homeward Bone that automatically transports you to the most recently used fireplace. I'm retarded with names.
Campfire?
Campfire.
I don't know. Bonfire?
Bonfire. That's what they're called. So that's the ring. I'm not going to use it for a long time.
Do you have a planned time?
When I'm going to use it?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. No, not yet. So yeah, I jumped away to safety.